everybody. Welcome to Spikey Saturday number 289 on the Mana League. I'm John, as always. Strixhaven's still here. I like Demogoth Titan. I like going Witherbloom. We could wheel a Blood Researcher. Sold. So it's been a couple of weeks since I've done a Spikey Saturday. Strixhaven has hit the point that Ikoria hit for me, where I've just stopped playing entirely. It has driven me into a fine paste, essentially. Combo that with just feeling utterly disrespected by Wizards of the Coast with all the content creator stuff. Yeah, I've just taken some time off from making the contents. Master Symmetrist is pretty good. Happy to stick on green rather than take a heated debate. Yeah, Master Symmetrist. I've still been doing the Sweatsuit Invitational on Thursday evenings. We did Strixhaven 2 weeks ago. I think I got to round 2? Got to round 2 and lost to Jim Davis, splashing Blot Out the Sky. This week we did Chaos Draft, and it was a weird pool. I ended up mono green. The deck felt super weak. I felt like I was getting heavily cut on green. Took a look at the draft logs after I got eliminated. Nobody really had any green cards that I wanted. It was just a ludicrously weird pool, which has been happening a lot. I don't know if Heroku app is just a little bit weird, or maybe they've just been very weird pods. But yeah, that's been magic. That's been magic for me. Hopefully, Adventures in the Forgotten Realms will do better. We've got a Demogoth Woe Eater here, a Mage Duel, a Field Trip. Green's looking pretty open, pick 3, but of course you can't guarantee that it's open. Now here's the thing. 2 weeks ago, Woe Eater would wheel like crazy. And maybe I will see if that is still the case. And take the Field Trip instead. Mage Duel's also a very good choice. I hope this card still wheels. I hope people still think Witherbloom is bad. So we've got a Scurrid Colony, a Mage Hunter. There's an Annihilation as well. There's a Campus. I really like Scurrid Colony. I found it to do a lot of work. And I might actually pick it up here over the Mage Hunter. Okay. This pack is just mostly garbage. Decisive Denial is probably the best card. So just in case we're actually totally off Witherbloom, we pick up the Denial. In case we're actually Quandrix. If we happen to actually be Quandrix, then Leyline Invocation's a decent pickup. Zoomancy is fine. I've never super cared for this. I don't know where people are on this card now. For a while, they were ludicrously high on it. But yeah, we'll take a Leyline Invocation. See about Quandrix things. Okay. I want the Strange Brew too. Or the Deadly Brew. Strange Brew is something else. Yeah, we'll take this Pest Summoning. It goes in Quandrix if we have to, and if we are still Witherbloom, hey, it works. But yeah, Adventure in the Forgotten Realms is in what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks? This pack is, oh, there's a Deadly Brew. We can stick on Witherbloom. I guess Wormhole Serpent, just in case we're Quandrix. Biomathematician's not very good. I will be doing a set review with Semulin, I believe, this time around. And yeah, I'm really hoping that Adventure in the Forgotten Realms is a core set. Like, I want none of this stuff that's been happening in most Magic sets lately. Squash the power level, kill off all the ludicrous variants, just make a core set. That's all I ask for. So we're what, like 2 picks away from that Woe Eater hopefully wheeling and just saying, yep, I'm in Witherbloom. But I've also not been streaming on Wednesdays. 2 Wednesdays ago, I just decided to take a Wednesday off. And last Wednesday, the Wednesday that just happened, was the Modern Horizons 2 pre-release. So I was busy judging that all day over on Loading Ready Run. But I'll be back on Wednesday to play more Strixhaven. This pack's stinky. Doesn't matter where we're going, we're not playing any of these cards, so I'll just hate out a shield mage. It does sound like the Sweatsuit Invitational this coming week might be Cube. Which, it's free, so I'll play it and try it. But I don't tend to care for Cube. But what else have I been doing? We've got a letter, I guess, in case we splash. Don't really want an Archivist. Symmetry Sage is bad. Oh, there's a Professor's Warning here. This is what I get for just like not playing this set for over 2 weeks. I should have taken that Professor's Warning. Oh well. I've been playing a lot of Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Do you know that game's really good? Like, really good? Okay, Woe Eater did not come back around. We know we're green. We'll take the Tangle Trap for the sideboard. Biomathematician, I guess, in case we do happen to be Quandrix. Because we've actually taken no black cards whatsoever. There's a super outside chance we also just no, we're not going to play Demagoth Titan in Quandrix. I've been playing a lot of board games, of course, as well. But yeah, we'll see what happens with Magic. Just had a lot of negative feelings towards Wizards, towards Magic, towards the way that limited discourse is discussed these days, etc. We've got an Emergent Sequence, which is real good. Leonin Light Scribe's the best card in the pack, but we're not playing it. There's no way that we can force ourselves into that deck. So we'll take the Emergent Sequence here. Again, if we're Quandrix or we're Witherbloom, this card's going to be very good. I would be pretty happy if we got back the Trickster, the Researcher, the Karok, the Pledge Mage. The Prophecy would be fine. The Assistant would be fine. We're obviously not going to get most of those back. It's likely to be a Karok, but that's fine. I'd really like to be Witherbloom. There was that one pack that showed up that seemed as if Witherbloom was wide open. Maybe it's pack collation that's been weird. Maybe pack collation is just weird in gold sets, although I feel like it's been happening everywhere. Because you'll get packs where it's just like, oh, this is wide open. And it's not. Although as much as I hate data in limited, and that's a misnomer, I hate people who take data and wildly misinterpret it or draw incorrect conclusions or focus on things like the data says this card has a 73% win rate. Cards don't have win rates. Decks have win rates. Players have win rates. If you don't know how confounding variables work, you shouldn't be trying to interpret data. But the data came out and showed that drafters on Arena suck, basically. The drafters suck. There's no matchmaking in draft, like in the draft pod part, and the average drafter is terrible. And the worst thing that you can have when playing limited is a bad drafter in your pod. because drafting is supposed to be a cooperative game where you read signals and you figure out what people are doing and you get into your lane and they stay in their lane. And on Arena, that doesn't happen. And that probably has a pretty strong correlation with how random I've felt Magic has been lately. But again, we're back on the pack collation problem here, where yes, please, yes, please, yes, please, sure, great sideboard card, yes, please, sure. Like, what algorithm said that this pack was okay to create? I guess I take the tendrils? Like, tendrils is better than duel. It's better than invocation. It's better for where we are than hunt the specimens. I think it's better than accomplished alchemist. Yeah, we'll take the tendrils. But that pack was, I could have taken that pack and stopped drafting until pack 3. Hands down. And then this pack. Quandrix, hell yeah. Quandrix, hell yeah. Quandrix, hell yeah. Quandrix, hell yeah. Quandrix, yeah, absolutely. Screw the other guilds. We've got to make a decision. Like, we could delay the decision by taking another field trip. And my issue with jumping into Quandrix at this point is we don't have a great way of winning. We would still have to find the serpentine curves and stuff. And like, we know that we have a Witherbloom pack or 2 coming back. Our first one had a lot of Witherbloom stuff, and that pack that we just had was Witherbloom Central. All right, so I think I've made my decision that we're going Quandrix. Let's take an Introduction to Annihilation. It's always kind of important to have one of those. So if we are going Quandrix, we cut the Titan, and we cut the Brew. Weirdness ahoy. Weirdness ahoy. Who's holding up this draft? I'll take a memory lapse. Also another field trip. I think we just take another field trip. Man, drafts don't make sense anymore. Drafts don't make sense. At one point, drafts made sense. It was a game that I understood and could actually do stuff with. We need serpentine curves. What is this pack? Is there any chance we're still not Quandrix? Serpent, Cultivator, Mathematician, Denial. And we arguably could splash the Denial. So I guess we take the Infuse just in case we're still Witherbloom. Like, at this point, I assume this person is just not even picking cards. I assume they got disconnected or something. All right. I guess we're Quandrix. This card's never felt great to me, to be honest. Because, like, it's almost always making like a 2-2, right? In what world are you making something bigger than a 2-2 or maybe a 3-3? I might actually just prefer the Trickster. Sure. Another mathematician. All right. Well, if I can stack up on them, then it's not awful. But yeah, I think this person is disconnected or Arena has screwed up or something, and they're just auto picking, which kind of ruins the draft. And then, of course, with league structure, we get to play against people who maybe didn't have a ruined draft, perhaps. Hey, the Karok did come back, as did the Pledge Mage. But I no longer want them. Biblioplex Assistant to buy back a fight spell or an invocation seems pretty good. And I think we're going to say goodbye to Witherbloom. Third mathematician, okie dokes. They don't scale the way you want them to either. You would think that having like 3 or 4 or 5 of these means your fractals are going to be huge, and they're not. One of them will be like maybe a 3/3. It's a fine card. It's not bad, but it's not nutso. All right, Needlethorn Drake with, 2 fight spells already seems good. What is our spell count? 8. I really need to find some Serpentine Curves. Or some Fractal Summonings for our field trips. We'll take a Crash Through. There's an if we can get big Fractals, there's an outside chance that I wouldn't hate 1 Charge Through. I don't want any of these cards. Or these. I love that nobody even has any packs anymore. But this person sure does. And we'll take a Fracture. All right, pack 3. Sure. I've never played with this card. Another field trip. A Cultivate. A Campus. So what do we got to do? We have to hit 6 mana. If we hit 6 mana, our opponent plays the old, do you have removal or do you die game. Seems fine. So I want to fix my mana. Quandrix Cultivator helps. Field Trip does not. Double Major's terrible. We've got a Symmetrist, which we already have one, or we've got another duel. What's our creature count? 10, 11, 12? I think I want the duel over the Symmetrist here. So we've got a Needlethorn Drake number 2, again with a number of fight spells. Seems good. Seems good. There's nothing. I mean, I was thinking about rare drafting a Mavinda for my collection, but I don't really care about my collection. I'm sorry. That was my second Needlethorn Drake, right? Why don't they have any text? What the absolute... God, these aren't these cards, are they? They all have different casting costs. God, please let this be a Snakeskin Veil. Even though it apparently costs either green, blue, or perhaps 3 red, white. I'm just going to take a screenshot here for a second. Good God. I didn't talk about this, and I had meant to. One of the other reasons I just stopped playing Magic is I submitted the most reimbursements I have. I think I did 4 in a month because of just crap like this happening left and right. I'm sorry, does this cost 6 colorless, it says? And like at that point, I just don't want to play the game anymore. When the game doesn't work, I don't want to play it. Do I still have 20 cards? Are these cards not adding to this total here? Let me actually get a screenshot with the sideboard open. Just to hit home for my reimbursement request here. I guess at least these are all free, eh? What was taken? An Umbral Juke. Maybe. Who knows? Let's try to take another Needlethorn Drake. Yeah, it's not adding to this number either. Cool. Cool. Actually, this is what this. I think this is the reason why the last Spiky Saturday that I tried to do didn't happen, right? Or maybe it was the one before. I started recording, and it all screwed up. I'll take this bad rare. Maybe. Who knows? Fracture. That 6 colorless casting cost spell. I don't even know about this program anymore, man. This is awful. God, I hope these picks are happening. Let's save that. There's a chance I play this Prismer. No, I want a Containment Breach for the side, or yeah, for the little lesson board. Where did that save to? Desktop. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So very important. Information for y'all. Do make sure that you regularly go to mtgarena-support.wizards.com, sign in with your arena account information, and anytime something happens that screws up your game and you paid money to play that game, submit a request. You're going to want to make sure that you do report a problem. Do not report a bug. It's powered by user voice. This is an automated system that says, thank you for submitting a bug. We'll put it into this thing and people can upvote the bug. And you may or may not get a reply. Always report a problem in your event. And then just put in information about what happened. Tell them that you want a full refund and get your full refund. Now, am I going to have to restart Arena or what? Okay, so I think those picks happened. We've got 3 Drakes. Our sideboard is 0 cards, as I guess is whatever. We picked that double major. Okay, so it looks like the picks worked. We don't want a letter. I honestly think I do want that charge through, since we might have a ludicrously large thing or a big thing. Wormhole Serpent also does what charge through does. Boy, what do I even cut? I think we cut like a mathematician and a Drake. Sure. Sure. Let's go with that. Hold on. Why does my deck say it's all 5 colors? All right, let's kill Arena. Let's relaunch Arena. Testing my patience. Testing my patience. Testing my patience. So if any of you had questions as to why I took a couple of weeks off and why I have negative feelings towards Magic, I feel like this should speak for itself. Traditional draft. Why does the sideboard say 0 cards? And why does it say that it's all 5 colors? Let's hit play and find out. Let's also start doing my reimbursement request here. Let's see if I can get banned, because apparently they're banning people if you encounter too many bugs. Or at least they did on the MTGO side. They banned a pretty well-known streamer because he had the audacity to experience bugs and request refunds for the game that he paid money to play. Report a problem in my event. Text disappeared and wrong casting costs. Forest, pass that turn. Island, let's drop a colony. Hi, partway through a draft, all text disappeared on cards. The casting costs were wrong. My sideboard was invisible. And all kinds of other problematic bugs. Full refund, please. Look at me being nice and saying please. In for 2. And I guess Frost Trickster of Sadness? Sure. Event type, traditional draft, platform, Windows, in-game display name. That one? Reproduction steps. I don't know. That's your job. Forest. Dosido. Symmetrist. Play a draft and see what happens. Approximate time the bug was encountered, 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Add file. This one here. Submit. Submitted. Let's see how long that takes to get a reply. Okay, so what if I don't think we need to use this charge through. What if we kill the Pledge Mage? And then we fly in for 2. And do I want to get rid of the Karok as well? No, we just have more fight spells. Let's get in for 2. On the board game front, I do think I'm going to start recording Favorite Game Friday segments for the Dice Tower. They do a thing where anybody can submit a little clip talking about their favorite game in a certain category each week, and I think that'll be a good way to start making some board game content. Tend the pests? Sure, that's fine. I care not for your pests. 2? 4? 2? Get 'ems? Sure. 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 So that's going to be a 5/5, so we just have to find another removal spell, find a whatchamadoodle. Might cast a Crash through here just to cycle it. Because we're still heavily winning this race. I don't think they're attacking in with that 5/5. But that data that I was talking about drafters being terrible, that was part of a deep dive that one of the 17 Lands guys tried to do to prove that Best of One was just far more competitive and better and higher skill. And the truth was that it's not. Bringing back a Witherbloom Pledge Mage, sure. Yeah, I guess 5 me, because you're going to have to sack that. It turns out, unsurprisingly, because I think this was pretty obvious, to be honest. Jesus. Perfect. It turns out that in Best of One, the drafters are way worse than Best of Three. The Best of Three drafters still kind of suck, as I mentioned. But the Best of One drafters suck, and you're put into a pod at random with no matchmaking. And so you're paired up with incredibly bad drafters. And then you play incredibly good players if you're highly ranked. So you just don't see the absolutely massive population of terrible players in Best of One. Best of Three has significantly better drafters. But due to the fact that there's no matchmaking, you play against anybody, right? And so it feels kind of like it's less competitive or less skill-based or whatnot. But in actuality, it's just the way Magic is supposed to be. The idea that you're only supposed to play against the best players, the idea of matchmaking never existed in Magic until Arena came along. So in conclusion, it's the kids that are wrong. I suspect we're going to lose this game, thanks to the old Flutteroony here. Sure, that's a pretty good play. That's me dead. Bye. So no sideboard. They don't have flyers. This format doesn't do sideboards. So back in. Let's not get flooded. Let's not get flooded. Play first. Keep. Play the land. Non-creature spell, eh? I would love to counter a 10 the pests right here, to be honest. No? Alright. When I drag a card up and I let go, please cast it. So they just straight up had nothing on 2, eh? Taking one. Take 3? They have something, or they're playing on full control mode for some reason. They might just be playing on full control mode for some reason. I guess we'll hold up this decisive denial. There's no point in playing a Biblioplex Assistant here. This is a bite? No, it's a fight. Karak, sure. Taking one. All right, let's drop a Needlethorn Drake. Pass the turn. One of these islands could have been a forest. Or it would have been kind of nice. Adventurous Impulse, sure. Swamp, not a creature. Okay. Taken 4. I'm pretty sure they're just playing on full control mode for no reason. Their own Demogoth Titan. How exciting. Well. I guess we kill it. Again. Desperately wanting a green source. How do we kill it? I guess we just present the Needlethorn Drake as a blocker. Should something happen, we can decisive denial. Attack. Sack your ingredient. Sacking your Karak? You're not attacking because you're afraid of the Drake. Okay. Ledge Mage, sure. A 4, 5, 6. So I guess we'll go Mathematician. Continue holding up denial. But it appears that rare somewhat likely to beat commons. At least the event will be free. Whoa, Eater. This is the deck I wanted. This is 100% the deck that I wanted. No attacks. Okay. Guess we get an invocation down. Because then this invocation can fight like a pledge mage handily. It can even fight the Woe Eater with the mage duel. Sack the Woe Eater, okay. Goodbye, colony. The worst thing is I know they have a Tend the Pests in the deck because we saw it in game 1. And tending the pests, the Titan, is pretty good. I've done it myself many times. Regoth back the Woe Eater, sure thing. You see, the Woe Eater costs 4 mana, and you have 3 mana available, so you cannot cast it. There you go. All right, Devouring Tendrils. We can begin. We can begin. Demogoth Titan, go away. Show me a Tend the Pests, I dare ya. I dares ya. I dares ya. Infuse with Vitality? No. No. Hell no. Hell nah. Let's get in for 1. Then we can Biblioplex back the Devouring Tendrils. Especially if they don't play the Woe Eater here. No, you still can't cast it, you see, because it costs 4 mana, and this is 3 mana you have available. Alright, let's fly in for another 1. And then let's Assistant back the Tendrils. And they're not going to instantaneously sack that. Although I know they're pretty tapped out. So like we could kill the Pledge Mage. Although that Researcher is going to be at some point a bigger problem. I don't think we're going to get got here. Basic Conjuration out of the main board. Okay. And hey, look, that Blood Researcher on its way to being a problem. And they went and got another Woe Eater. Sure. Alright, so we're going to look to kill that Blood Researcher in short order here. First off, I would like to kill the Pledge Mage, please. And then I would like, if I may, to kill the Blood Researcher, if I may. And then I would like to come in for 3. So now we've got to try to race these Woe Eaters for a bit. It's kind of dumb. What? 4 creature cards with different names, CMC 4 or less. 1, 2. And then I pick 2 that go into their library. I'm sorry, you found another Woe Eater? The hell is wrong with you? That one's going to go into your library. And the other ones go onto the battlefield? Gross. Researcher also going to go into your library. You can have these two. And now we have to ask our deck to not flood, which is a pain. Because we had a brief time of not flooding, meaning that we are more likely to flood than not. And there we go. In for 2. A 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 out of 23. We still have a lot of non-land cards. Why wouldn't you play both Woe Eaters? There's a Woe Eater. In for 3. Play my colony. Drop a land. Sack that? Sure. Kind of gross, but I don't think that's that big of a problem. Blood Researcher, okay, decent problem. Oh my god. I will fly in for 3. You don't have anything. There we go. I guess they had this unwilling ingredient that they just didn't bother to activate. Woe Eater, sure. Pass the turn, cool. Frosty Trickster. Frosty Trickster. Tapping on down that Woe Eater. Gonna fly on in for 3. Still not gonna activate their unwilling ingredient. Goodbye, Pest. Hello, Counter. So we are doing what, like 5 a turn? -1. So we're doing 4 a turn. I really don't want to play a game 3 against this opponent. I really hope they win. Sure, you sacked a pest. What else do you get? You get a counter on a creature? Sure. Going all in on that researcher, eh? That's going to be bad news for you. Snaky skin veil, eh? In. Hold this land just in case they decide to sack the Woe Eater at some point. So they're on what, a 3-turn clock right now? So what? You're gonna kill a 2. You're not even gonna kill a 2/2. You're just gonna drain me for 2. Okay. Sure. Teaming me, eh? You have no tricks. I get to block basically however I wish. Commit to the attack here, friend. Because we're going to put the 6/6 on one of the 3/3s. So, like, we're going to murder that. And we're going to murder that. And we're going to chump that. I wonder if they just did the math here. Like if we double block that, what are we taking? We're taking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they're gaining 6. They're going to 18. So then we deal 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Sure wish this was cleaner and easier for me to actually see. Yeah, so they're gaining 6. They're going to 18. This will be alive. 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 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 17, 18. And we're taking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I win? Okay. Okay. Back in. Back in we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. I guess so. Let's try to dodge a bunch of rares and mythics and uncommons. Well, it's a bit of a rampy start. No 2-drop. I like it. Let's emerge some sequences here. Dusk Mage, sure. Won me, sure. You won me, I 3 you. I 3 you good. Alright, don't drop a Demogoth Titan. Let's maybe just not play some random high variance rare BS magic. Maybe? Yeah, that's better. So we can kill that easily with our Mage Duel. kill that super easily. Yeah, so we're just going to want to get rid of that right now. I think we mage duel like this. And I think we send this in, and if they want to lose their board, I'm actually pretty happy about that. Regrowth back your researcher, sure. Recast it. Sure. Well, let's drop another biomathematician. And let's come in. And let's drop a Needlethorn Drake. Let's see if we can close this game out. Pledge Mage. All right, well, done on the ground for a little bit. Going to flood out for a little bit. But they're also basically out of cards. So if I can just dodge some amount of life gain here for a bit. Unfortunately, each of their spells does life gain them. Yeah, I'll take 5. I'm at 18. Ain't a thing. I mean, now I'm somewhat happy attacking in with my forest here, to be honest. Come on in for 5. Assuming we're going to get infused with vitality here. Okay. I don't think that does what you want it to. Your Witherbloom Pledge Mage will come back should it die somehow. Okay, they got me. I made fun of them. Perhaps I was mildly wrong for making fun of them. All right, well, I guess we'll cycle a little bit here. Wormhole Serpent, sure. All right, so that Blood Researcher is unnecessarily large. Needlethorn Drake is going to need to jump in the way of that. And hey, look. Play the card when I drag it up here, Arena. Jesus Christ. This program is going to make me quit Magic so hard. So friggin' hard. Like, you do get I am just going to murder you, right? I guess we get the introduction to Annihilation and kill off that Blood Researcher, eh? Bye. In for 1. Basic Conjuration, sure thing. Get you a Woe Eater. Get you a Moldering Karok. Okie dokes. Let's get rid of this 5/5 that I don't want to deal with. And then let's 5 them. All right, I'm pretty sure we win. I'm going to cast this just for the rub-ins. And then we're going to make it unblockable and hit him for 19. Don't concede. I want to hit you for 19. Yeah, don't concede. 19 ya. What a weird, frustrating match that was. Let's go into match 2 and then not touch Arena for another week. I still can't believe that bug that happened. That was nuts. That shouldn't happen. Play first. Sure. We could make a 33-33. That was the first field trip we saw in like 50 minutes of Magic or something. Don't we have 2 of them? That was definitely the first time we went into the lesson board because I was kind of surprised how many lessons we actually have. Boy, if we go Forest Island, all we need is a forest. Let's get in for 3. And honestly, if they're going this slow, no, I want to hold up the Decisive Denial in case they do a non-creature spell. Let's not get too greedy. Human Effigy. F. Hmm. All right. We'll pass the turn. And I might... no, hey, no, don't do that. We'll pass the turn, holding up Decisive Denial. I might just cycle this charge through. Although, I mean, no. Because having charge through with Body of Research's Fractal would be pretty nutty. I don't know that it's going to dodge black removal, though, is the trick. I'll take 4. Spiteful Squad? That's pretty good. Oh. Wrong color. I guess we could cast Charge Through and bring it back. I don't really want to top deck it, though, is the trick. Pass the turn again. I need another creature. Yes, our 27/27 will be nice, but I could go for like a 3/3 at the moment. A 3/3 would be decent. Combat Professor, pretty good. Pretty good. I might double block that effigy. You're not casting that, friendo. Good try, though. Good try. But now I can Biblioplex back the Decisive Denial. And we can play a Scurrid Colony. Was this just Mardu aggro? I know nothing of what people are playing these days. I know Strixhaven has become the land of the hot takes. One week, Demir is the best deck. The next week, 5 colors is the best deck. And the secret is they're all fine and you can win with whatever. Really prefer if that Spiteful Squad didn't come in here. I could try double blocking the Professor. Maybe Secret Reach will get him. It might be one of our only outs. Do you remember Reach? Did you remember Reach? I assume they remembered Reach. They must have remembered Reach. Potentially didn't remember Reach. Potentially didn't remember Reach. Well, okie dokie then. We need to draw a card pretty bad. Because I need a creature with which to murder Killian. All right, let's see what happens from here. We got them down to 2 cards. We are whittling down their stuff. We can just survive like the current board state they have. Then we're pretty good. Nope, needed that to not die. I think Learn's a terrible mechanic for limited. I think Learn is a very bad mechanic for limited. It just creates incredibly snowbally stuff. Like, I could cast my removal spell and have their creature die. Their removal spell draws them a card that then casts, that then draws more cards, that then triggers Magecraft, that draws more cards. It's snowbally BS. Top. Must be nice. Nice rare you got there. So this one has to die, right? Yeah, so this one has to die. Creature card, mana value X or less. Yeah, that has to die. No attacks. Oh, imagine if we had drawn a forest at any point in this game. That would have been cool. That would have been cool. Pretty good. Their removal spell draws them a card, and the card that they're going to draw then is going to create a creature, and yada 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 yada. Terrible mechanic for limited. Hey, we can find a forest. Is there anything I could do for 3? I can't even make a pest summoning because of the way the auto tapper tapped my lands. Sweet, love it, awesome, great, perfect, flawless. Flawless. Green, 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 blue, blue, blue. Flawless. I guess a pest summoning. Yeah, I'll take 6. So if they have nothing and I pest summoning a Scurrid Colony, I can block everything. And gain a couple of life. But not leave up Decisive Denial, though Decisive Denial is not doing much work at the moment. So I can like double block Killian, block, and block. Of course, they could also come in with Spiteful Squads, forced to block them. It's going to pump Killian up. That is what they do. So I guess we hope that there is a forest on top, so then we can Body of Research and Body of Research punch Killian. I think that might be our only out. Make Killian real swole. Gain a couple of life. Forest on top. Alright. Don't have a Beaming Defiance in hand. And they've got something in hand. Oh no, they've got a Campus up. And possibly something in hand. But I'm going to try to punch Killian in his stupid face. Right in his stupid face. Just. This face right here. Pop. Now our 21-21 is going to turn into a 3-2. So, you know, we're still in an absolutely ludicrous amount of trouble. And probably not winning this. But we punched Killian in his stupid face. Bye, 21-21. I'll always remember you. And they're going to scry every turn, possibly twice. And we're going to sit here and do nothing. It's the value that I don't like. I think it's the value. I think that's the most succinct way that I can describe my hatred for Strixhaven. There's way too much value. And you can't control whether you get your campuses out or whether you get your learn cards or whether you do this. And so it just massively amplifies the variance that exists. And I think a lot of people will win a game. They'll win a game where they're at 30 life and they recurred so many spells and pulled so many spells out of their sideboard and it was amazing. And they'll forget about all the other horrible, crappy, garbage experiences that they had. And I think Magic game design is kind of banking on that. I think they're heavily banking on if we give people exciting games, they won't care how good the game actually is. Whereas me, someone who really enjoyed the game and the gameplay and the inches, the bomminess and the variance just makes me want to throw my hands up and quit. Because it's basically just Flux. Flux is a card game where the rules are made up, nothing matters, and at some point in 20 minutes to 3 hours, somebody will randomly win. And it's a game that a lot of people love, but it's not a good game. All right, let's go back in. And I guess let's draw our bomby stuff to beat their bomby stuff and see whose bomby stuff comes out first. I still can't believe that I load up a Strixhaven arena draft for the first time in over 2 weeks and immediately am presented with absolutely atrocious bug. It's kind of insane. All right, let's draw our powerful cards and they don't draw their powerful cards. And then let's remember that we won and forget anything about losing. It's a pretty powerful start we got here. That is 3 that we'll be attacking in for on turn 3. Good start, good start. Hey, look. Nothing mattered. Nothing mattered. Nothing mattered. Stop making uncommons like this. That's far too good. Learn how to balance your game, Watsy. Who's designing Adventures in the Forgotten Realms? Do we know that yet? Who's the head designer? Or developer? Jules Robbins. Jules has never developed anything. Yeah. He's mostly worked on Arch Enemy Nicol Bolas, Commander 2017, Commander 2018, Battle Bond, Explorers of Ixalan, which was the board game, Spellslinger starter kit. He's never led a development. Oh no, he led the development of Commander Legends. Boy, that scares me. That scares me a little. Because that to me sounds like Adventures in the Forgotten Realms is going to be Commander BS Centaurol. I hope not. God, I hope not. I'm sure it can't be that. I'm sure it can't be that. Although we are in the summer of legend, so who knows? It's just too much value. It's unbalanced and extraordinarily unfun. Hey, we have a window to kill Killian if we want to. And guess what? I want to. Get, we should attack first. Get the hell out of my game. It'll just come back, but it's currently gone. Sure. Top, bottom. In for 3. Boop out a 7/7. We didn't see much black removal from them. So maybe the 7/7 can do some work. Not. So they've been sandbagging creatures, I assume. So now we're gonna see a little bit of a board get filled up. Shield Mage, pretty good. Eager first year, sure. Let's come in for 3. Sure. Drop a cultivator. Grab a forest. The Flex Assistant back an Ingenious Inspiration. Devastating Mastery is not. Can't be the right choice, right? Well, maybe it is, because the Igneous Inspirations don't deal with the cultivators. It tells me a little bit about what's going on in the hand, though. Like, is this actually nothing in their hand? It might be. If the mastery... No mastery? Okay. Give me a mage duel. Or a land, sure. All right, so now we need to start sandbagging lands as well. I can't believe how long this video is taking. Magic Arena Mobile was a mistake. The slow play has been just killing me in this game. Spiteful Squad, sure. Pass the turn. Oh, we have another match too. Sure. We'll take 5. You get a mastery? Because your board looks a little bit better than mine at the moment. Sure. Pilgrim? Sure. Get you a plains. Symmetrist. Hunch it. Well, they don't have Beaming Defiance. Spend your turn bringing it back. Have no scry. That's fine for me. Because my trample's still going to do a good bit of damage. In fact, most of the damage. Most of its damage going to happen. Take 3. Drop a Drake. Spend your entire turn bringing it back to take 4. Spiteful Squad is pretty good. Bring it back, no cast. Yeah. I'm in for 3. I'm in for 3. Those counters don't go anywhere. 4-turn clock in the air. 4-turn clock in the air, and they're on top deck mode. No. Time for us to flood. Show me that forest. Show me that useless spell. Taken 2. Sure. More learning. Yay. Very balanced. Much fun. Very wow. You have gotten a time warning. Please play faster. Yay. I'm gonna uninstall Arena and you can't fucking stop me. Cannot stop me from uninstalling Arena. And yes, I know you can double click a card to play it, and I don't care. I hate that these games go 10 to 15 minutes longer than they need to because of incredibly slow opponents. Like, over 3 matches, that accounts to what? An hour and a half, or 45 minutes, 3/4 of an hour longer than I had to play. It's so frustrating. So they've cast 18 spells this game. I've cast 13. I have also drawn the same number of lands that they have. I got one out of... oh no, I guess I cast this twice. I got... Yeah, no. We got a similar number of lands out. I have a 12/12. Doesn't matter because I'm still just dead. Match 3 opponent. Match 3 opponent, please respect my time and play at a reasonable pace. Please. 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 I guess we top deck charge through. Or do you just have the Beaming Defiance? Thanks. Did that really need to take 22 of your minutes? All right. Match 3, let's hope it goes at a reasonable pace. Because I'm not going to play Magic for another week. All right, Handsome D, respect my time. Ugh. Sure. We can throw the Leyline Invocation away because we'll be shuffling our deck in short order. They feel like they're respecting my time so far. Oh. 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 You know what? I'll take a fast match any way I can get it. Any way I can get it. Sorry, you discarded a Revitalize and then played a Swamp? No, I needed the Cultivator. It's fine. It's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. 2-turn clock. 2-turn clock. Two-turn clock. Still a 2-turn clock? Still a 2-turn clock. Rummaged, found a land. Bloop. Two-turn clock. 1-turn clock. 1-turn clock. I'll take a fast game any way I can. Any way I can after the way today went. I can't believe I took 2.5 weeks off. And this is what I come back to. Oh, it makes me think that it was absolutely the correct thing to do. Am I going to get fogged somehow? Study break? Sure. Sure, that's not going to stop the wormhole serpent. You are powerfully dead. Bye-bye. All right. Nice fast one. That's what I wanted. Why? Right. Right. It was so long ago that we built the deck that I was briefly confused why there was a Needlethorn Drake in the sideboard. But it's because we have two in the main board already. Remember when we built that deck? I don't know, 2 hours ago it feels like? I think it's like an hour and a half ago, hour and 45 ago. Ugh. On the draw, I'll pick. I'll keep this. We can find a forest in due time. We can find 2 forests in due time. 3 forests in due time. We can find a forest in due time. So chat, tell me what your decisions are in this game. I'd love to hear. I'd love chat. Chat's not here. YouTube comments. What decision should I have made in this game? Because I know you're going to tell me. I'm not playing the rest of this game. No, I'm not playing the rest of this game. There's no point. No point. Back in. Let's not get magicked. Play first. That's a keep. Let's get an island. Dick. Let's go with a colony. I don't think we're going to have to fight with the Drake this coming turn. Field trip away. I do think I've come to that conclusion. The 2.5 weeks off. I think I'm very comfortable saying that learn lesson is a massive mistake for good limited design. I think it just unbalances things way too much. Okay, how do we stay in this? By getting as big a creature as we can. Yeah. And then flying in for 1. So we can elemental summoning Mage Duel, unless they do that. Goodbye, elemental summoning. I'd love if they take the mage duel. They shouldn't. Good choice. I hate this game. Cultivator. Give me an island. Back in for 4. Pretty good. That looks like a mage duel Needlethorn Drake target at some point. Biblioplex Assistant. Okay. What do I want to buy back? I guess the mage duel's fine. So I think I want to draw something here. And we're going to make the mage duel cheaper. Let's do this instead. Oops, I have a 22/22. Oops, my 22/22 just punched your 5/5. Game is garbage. Sure. You done did steady breaked me. Ow. Once again, we have an opponent that has left themselves dead if we had a combat trick. So, like, let's take him to 1. And then let's drop 3 creatures and buy back a spell. Revitalize. Okay. So what's the best use of this? Are they attacking me this coming turn? I don't think they're attacking me. They might come in with the 5/5. So the question is, do I want the mage duel or do I want the body of research back again? Let's go big. Field trip. Expanded anatomy, pretty good. Prophecy, sure. I hope as this means that they're very afraid of how to deal with a 22/22. Take 4. I'll take 5. We'll kill a 1/1 and jump a Pledge Mage. All right. Yeah, I'll take 4. Oop. My God. Keep scry. Bottom. Devouring Tendrils, eh? What if your flyer went away? What if your flyer went away? Good jump. Jesus Christ. I hate this game. This game is garbage. God damn Magic. Like, we're just dead, right? 18, 19, 20, and we can stop 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's been Spikey Saturday number 289. I don't know if I'll be back next week. If you are confused as to why I'm frustrated with Magic, scroll back to the start of the video and watch the video again, I guess. See you sometime.